going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. This is the X Sports Network.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Move forward with your real estate sale or purchase with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County, the most experienced closing team around. Working with clients locally and throughout the state, we offer a wide range of services, including the expertise of an on-staff attorney, backed by our more than 49 years experience in titles and closings. We get the job done on time at a fair price and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County.
Put the most experienced closing team on your side. Contact Title and Escrow of Lawrence County today.
Welcome to Mid-South Barndominiums. We realize there's a lot of options when it comes to finding a builder for your next home. Here at Mid-South, we understand that customer service, quality, and selections are very important. It's a very large time, money, and an emotional investment, and we're here to listen and care. We realize the kitchen's the most used and abused room in the house. Our cabinets are locally custom made from Sanderson cabinets out of Lawrenceburg. They're real wood, poplar or maple, whether you paint or stain. All comes with slow close hardware and many pull-out different style options to choose from.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Did you know that Resource MFG, an employee bridge company in Lawrenceburg, is the first and largest national manufacturing staffing company? They work alongside the top plants and facilities in the area to provide you with job opportunities in production, quality, maintenance, supervision, and all levels of management. Resource MFG has positions open right now to meet your needs today and a full staff ready to work with industrial partners to grow opportunities for this generation of workers and the next. Reach out today and start your employment journey with Resource MFG.
Back to school equals back to big savings at Heritage Automotive in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Score 0% financing on select models and up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 1500 trucks. Over 150 used vehicles, all priced to move and below market value. Need service? Our expert team is ready, and we've got loaner vehicles to keep you moving while we work. Hurry into Heritage Automotive, where the deals are hot and the savings are huge.
Heritage Automotive. Expect more, experience the difference.
Back to
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome into Spring Hill Middle School, everybody, here for some middle school volleyball action as your South Lawrence Lady Stallions have made the trip up the road to take on the Spring Hill Middle School Lady Generals. Michael Marks here bringing you all the middle school volleyball action here on the X Sports Network. As you just saw, South Lawrence JV took care of business in two sets, winning both of them 25-19 over the Lady Generals, and are looking to keep that up in the varsity contest. Now South Lawrence Lady Stallions varsity 8-0 on the year, looking to continue that hot stretch here against Spring Hill. Spring Hill, on the other hand, only played one opponent from in-county, and that was Summertown. Second straight week on the road for South Lawrence. They'll be here tonight, obviously. Tomorrow night they have a 5 o'clock game at Leoma, so not much of a trip. And then same thing on Thursday, a Friday game at New Prospect. So not too much traveling this week for the Lady Stallions as Knoxley Webb looks to get us underway. And she gets us started with an ace. Good start for the Lady Stallions. Again, had a big 3-0 week last week, taking down E.A. Cox, E.O. Kaufman, and Etheridge, only dropping one of those sets. And just getting it over the net there is Doyle. And that'll be a point there for Spring Hill, tying this one up 1-all. As Brooklyn Morgan will check in for Swayze Doyle, number 22. And serving is Madison White. And Newton will just send that one over. Savalski sends it over to Moore. Little dump shot. And Surratt sends that one in, but dug out there by Savalski. Newton setting up Surratt at the net. And a kill there for Surratt. It's 2-1 South Lawrence. Now Tess Newton back to serve, number 6. And she'll send that one over. Ulm. I'll just roll that one over. And now Methvin. Send it over for Surratt with the kill. Addie Surratt off to a good start here. With 2 kills here in the early going. Newton to serve once again. And she'll send that one high and over. And Savalski trying to send it back over. Shoots it into one of the stanchions. So 4-1 lead for South Lawrence. This team's been on a groove all season, only dropping 2 sets through 8 games. Savalski sends outward over. And Ulm will just send it back. Daniels. And Methvin send it over to Cox. And misjudges that one, sends it into the net. And a sub is Adriana Hodges. Will check in for Madison Campbell. Back to serve Liz Moore. And Methvin. Little miscommunication there between Cox and Surratt, as Methvin was trying to set one of them up for a kill. And now back-to-back points for the Lady Generals. Moore still to serve. And a rocket sent over. Newton. And Methvin sends it back row, and Webb will just send it back over. Oh, and miscommunication there on the Lady Generals' part, as Moore was trying to set up either Ulm or Hodges. And again, that miscommunication will send the serve back to South Lawrence and Addie Surratt. Surratt sends that one over. And a good job there by Morgan to send that one back over. Daniels, though, with the kill. Too much for Avery Savalski to handle. And now the point and serve back to South Lawrence. And Surratt will send it over, and that one's going to go long. And point Spring Hill. And Emma Ulm to serve, sends that one over. And Methvin trying to dump that one over. Partially blocked in the net by Morgan. So once again, a 1-point game. Ulm. And that one's going to drop in for the ace. This Spring Hill team's come out with a little bit of fire. Ulm sends it over. Surratt. And Methvin setting up Daniels, and that one's going to go long. Quick little run from Spring Hill has them with the lead 7-6. That one's sent over. And Daniels will just send it back over. Moore sets up Morgan, and that's going to go out the back. A little too much on that one from Brooklyn Morgan. Tied back up at 7 with the serve, number 11, Landry Cox. And that one, a high one, was sent over. A good job by Moore to just quickly send that one back. Daniels going for the kill, and that one's in. Daniels dangerous. Serve back to Cox. Another high one. Could have been a bit long, but... Oh, and blocked at the net there by Daniels. Good Good job covering that one by Moore. And she'll drop it in from the back row. And timeout, South Lawrence. We'll take it with you. You're watching middle school volleyball here on the X Sports Network.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
And welcome back. Head coach Shelby Fisher not happy with what she's seen from her girls early. But Daniels with a little poke shot. And then with the kill. Was saved there, dug out by Moore. Sent it right back in to Daniels. Sent that one down with a little more authority. 9-8 South Lawrence lead. Izzy Methvin to serve. That one sent over. And again, just miscommunication between South Lawrence is not paying them favors. As Madison Campbell will check in for Adriana Hodges. Campbell going back to serve. She'll send that one over. Daniels. And Webb will just shoot that one over. Moore. Setting up Olm, who sends it back over. Surratt. Newton. And Daniels will just have to poke it over. And they're going back row. White this time will send it over. And that one will be out. And now the lead back to Spring Hill. Back and forth we go. Oh, and just off the side of the hand from Campbell. We'll tie back up. Even at 10. And now Habry Daniels to serve. Daniels will send that one over and down for an ace. Dropped right in front of Campbell. And nothing she could do with that one. Daniels again. And sends that one a bit long. As the back and forth continues. And Avery Savalski to serve now. And that one's sent over and down and in. An ace for Savalski to give the Lady Generals back the lead. And then sends that one into the net. Neither team able to have been going on a run. South Lawrence back to the top with Knoxley Webb serving. Webb. White over to Savalski. And just sending that one over is Doyle. Daniels. And Methvin will send it over. Good job by Moore to save that one to send it over. And Daniels just going to push that one. And that'll be down for the point. Campbell set it up, but neither Savalski nor Moore could decide who wanted to take that one. Webb, once again, drops it in for the ace. Knoxley Webb, her second ace. And that's given South Lawrence a 2-point advantage, 14-12. Webb once again, into the net. Spring Hill, the longest trip scheduled so far in the regular season for the Lady Stallions. Made a trip last week to Columbia to face E.A. Cox. And that's going to go off the hands of Surratt. And nothing going there. An ace from Madison White. And White, the libero, coming with the serve. Good, just got that one over the net. And Newton will send it back. Heads up play by Moore to tip that one over. And Cox will get that one down. The roll shot there. (15-14) serve to Tess Newton now. That one a high one sent over. Savalsky over to Moore. Back to White, sending it over from the back row. A little too much on that one. It's Madison White sent that one long. Point back to South Lawrence. Newton sends that one over, and that's going to go off the bad part of the wrist from Brooklyn Morgan, and that'll drop for an ace. 17-14 now. Newton. Morgan to Moore, back to Morgan. And a good job digging that one out by Daniels. Now Surratt going for the kill and sends that one long. 17-15 as Hodges will check in for Campbell. Back to serve. It's number 7, Liz Moore. Moore just drops that one over. And Methvin trying to dump it over. But that one was out of bounds. And just like that, back-to-back points has quickly got this one back to a 1-point game. Moore to serve. Sent that one over. And Newton trying to save it, but it will go outside of the official. And now we're tied back up at 17. Again, either time one of these teams has built up a lead, the other one's coming right back and taking it away. Surratt to Newton, and Webb will send it over. Moore sends that one over. Methvin setting up Daniels into the net. 18-17 Spring Hill lead, and timeout South Lawrence. We'll take it with them. You're watching middle school volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
This is the X Sports Network.
South Lawrence Spring Hill middle school volleyball action here on the X Sports Network. Michael Marks here out of the South Lawrence timeout, an 18-17 lead for Spring Hill. As South Lawrence has put that 8-0 record on the chopping block today. And down for another ace, Liz Moore. South Lawrence playing very uncharacteristic today. Again, first game of the week here on a Monday. Their longest road trip of the year up here, Spring Hill, about an hour and 15 minutes. Moore. That's out. And a big point there for South Lawrence as they've cut it to 1 and got the serve back. Addie Surratt to serve. Stallions would love if she could get them the lead back. And that one in the net. Poked down for the kill by Habry Daniels. Ties this one back up. Surratt still serving. And Surratt will send that one over. And that one out. Bit of a long serve for Surratt. Gets Spring Hill the 21st with a 1-point lead. Serving is number 13, Emma Ulm. Methvin trying to center that one back up, and Cox will send it over and out. South Lawrence just having a hard time finding any soft spots. And this Lady General defense. Holm sends that one over. And Methvin will set it up for Daniels, who just hits it over. Moore. Methvin setting up Daniels, who will poke it over. Blocked at the net. And sent over by Daniels. Hodges sends that one over to Moore, and Moore shoots that one a bit long. 21-20. Spring Hill with the lead, but South Lawrence gets the serve back as number 11, Landry Cox, is back there. And she'll send that one over. Savalsky to Moore, back to Savalsky. Into the net, and we're tied. Every point very crucial here as we near the end of this first set. Cox sends that one over. Savalsky, White, and Moore misplays that one. And South Lawrence now with the lead back. Got to win by 2, so one of these teams trying to build a little separation. Cox. Savalsky over to Moore with the little push shot. And now Daniels drops it in for the kill. 23-21, South Lawrence with the lead. Cox still serving. Timeout, Spring Hill. We'll take that with them. You're watching Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Builtwell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
This is the X Sports Network.
Spring Hill used its first timeout, has one left here in the first set, and Cox out of the break sends that one long. 23-22 now. Now number 22, Brooklyn Morgan, goes back to serve as the libero Madison White takes a seat. Oh, bad luck there for South Lawrence as that one goes off the hands of Daniels awkwardly, and now we're tied back up. First to 25, win by 2. Daniels sends that one over to Webb. Moore, Savalsky. Saved by Methvin. Now Webb into the net. Point to Spring Hill. And now 1 point away from taking this back and forth set 1. Spring Hill was the first team to 10 and the first team to 20. And that one off the hands of Surratt and Newton, and that will be a set 1 victory for Spring Hill. We'll be back for set number 2 here in a minute on the X Sports Network.
There's a reason owners Tyler and Cindy McDowell chose the name In Service for their towing business. They did because it's their goal to be in service for you on the day that you need them the most. In-Service Towing is now known far and wide for their response time because minutes matter when you're broken down. Or their 24/7 availability, you can call them anytime for service. Their professional team with years of experience and their fairness, plus their know-how in dealing with the unexpected. But the thing that In-Service is known best for is how they treat their customers, and that's like family. When you need them, call them 931-843-9098.
The storm doesn't ask. It takes. It tests. It pushes everything to its limit. Some things are built different. Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
This is the X Sports Network.
And we are back here at Spring Hill Middle School for set number 2 between South Lawrence and Spring Hill. Michael Marks here bringing you all the volleyball action here on the X Sports Network. And Spring Hill actually took set number 1 25-23. So South Lawrence finds himself in a hole pretty similar to the one they found themselves in last Tuesday on the road at a bigger school, and they dropped the first set. They were able to come back and take the new 2 sets at Kaufman. Will that story repeat itself here at Spring Hill? Starting the serve for the Lady Generals is number 3, Madison White, the libero. Crowd ready for set number 2 as we look to get underway, as White sends that first serve into the net. And South Lawrence quickly trying to get to work. Knoxley Webb back there to serve. Webb sends that one over, and a missed swing right there, and that serve was long, so point Spring Hill. And missing the ball right there by Madison Campbell as she checks out for Adriana Hodges. It was actually a big break for the Lady Generals, getting them the serve back. Rarely does missing the ball in a sport end up being a good thing. And that one's off the hands of Cox and out, and ace from Liz Moore. Set number 2 going about as well for the Lady Stallions as set number 1 did. Moore sends that one over. Methvin, Newton, and Daniels will send it over. And Moore trying to send that one, trying to push that one over, send it into the net. And we're tied back up. Tess Newton back to serve. Newton sends over a high one. Savalski. Moore. And Hodge is trying to do anything with it. Sends it over. And Daniels sends it back to the middle, and Cox sends it over. Moore. Hodges back to Moore. Trying to send it over from the second row, and does just so, and gets the kill. And Avery Savalski taking her. We'll check out as number 20, Paris Lee, checks in the ball game for the Lady Generals. As Ulm goes back to serve and sent that one into the net. That's the second time we've seen that happen for Spring Hill. Addie Surratt sends that one over, dug out by Lee, and at the net, Moore was trying to send it over. So back to serve Addie Surratt. Surratt sends that one over. Moore with the little dump shot, send it over. And now Daniels blocked at the net there by Brooklyn Morgan. A big block right there to tie this one back up at 4. And now Brooklyn Morgan will go back to serve, number 22. That one's sent over. Dug out by Surratt. And a battle at the net won by Swayze Doyle. And now the lead back to Spring Hill. Morgan sends that one over. And that's going to go off the hands of Webb and down for an ace. And Spring Hill's looking to get into a groove here early in set number 2. Morgan sends that one over, and that's going to go long. And out of bounds. Point and serve back to South Lawrence, Landry Cox. And Madison White checks back in for Brooklyn Morgan. Cox sends that one over. And that's going to go off the hands of Lee and down for an ace. And Avery Savalski will check in for number 20, Paris Lee. Tied back up at 6. Cox sends that one over. Savalski. Moore. Setting up. That was Doyle. And Daniels pokes that one back over. And Doyle pokes it over. And Daniels setting up Methvin. Moore over to Savalski. Cox tried to dig it out. And coming for the saves was Newton. Took a tumble and lead back to Spring Hill. Back to serve number 9, Adriana Hodges. And that one just gets over the net. Daniels with a little push shot. White on a good job by Moore to try to dump that one over. And now sets up Doyle, who sends that one back. And Daniels going for the kill attempt, sent it into the net. And a big point there for the Lady Generals, who have built up a 2-point lead. That one sent over Webb. Methvin pushes that one over. And the Lady Generals do get it over. It was Madison Campbell. Webb. A good job by White to save that one. Into the net. Sent over there by Doyle. Webb again. That's down for the kill. Big kill there for Knoxley Webb. As Campbell will check in for Hodges. Back to serve Izzy Methvin. That one will be over. White. Out of Moore. And Savalski sending it over. Now Newton trying to set up Daniels. And Daniels with a little poke shot. Found the soft spot and dropped it down. Had both Campbell and Moore in the net. So she sent it back over with a little push shot. Methvin trying to send that one over, and it will get down for the ace. Campbell tried to save that one, but ended up sending it about 5 rows deep. A 9-8 lead for the Lady Stallions. Methvin to serve once again. White. Moore pushes that one over. Saved by Surratt. And Daniels will just send it over, and that will not fall in. And we're tied back up at 9. Spring Hill back to serve with number 12, Avery Savalski. Savalski with the serve will send it over. Daniels, Newton, over to Webb, who just sends it back over. And Moore sending that one back to Campbell. And that one was going to go out. Methvin thought she could try to save it. And now Spring Hill back in the lead. Savalski sends it over. Daniels, that one's in the net. And sent back over by Surratt. Moore setting up White in the back row, and that one's sent back by Newton. And that one in the net, a battle won by Habry Daniels, and we're tied back up at 10. Number 15 with the kill there. And she goes back to serve. That one's sent over. Moore send it back to Savalski. Daniels, Newton, setting up Surratt, and that one just sent over. And Doyle gets that one over on the third hit. Newton setting up Webb, and that one's going to go off the hands of White, down for the kill. South Lawrence with the 1-point lead. Daniels will send that one over. And Ulm will quickly send that one back. Now Surratt going for the kill. And on the third hit, what a play there by Madison White to send that one back over. And now miscommunication from South Lawrence will lead to a point for the Lady Generals. Tied us back up at 11. Back to serve number 3, Madison White. As Morgan checks in for Doyle. White sends that one over and long and out. And just like that, point and serve back to South Lawrence. Back to the top of the serving rotation with Webb. She sends that one over, and bad hit there from Campbell. Looked like she may have slipped, stepping into the contact there, but that one will go off her wrists and down 13-11. Webb sends that one over. Oh, and Savalski just sends that one back. And Cox pokes that one over. Daniels. And Newton over to Cox, who hits that one over, and that's going to go off the hands of Campbell and just over the head of Savalski and fall down for the point. 14-11. And we got some subs for Spring Hill, as Adriana Hodges will check in for Madison Campbell. Webb to serve again. That one, may have gone out on the redirect from Savalski there, but South Lawrence will send it over. And Ulm sends it over to Daniels. And that one pushed over by Landry Cox. Surratt trying to send that one down, and it will be out of bounds. Point to Spring Hill. Neither team really able to take control of this one. Moore sends that one over. Cox sends it over to Newton. Moore setting up Alm with the push shot. Cox digs that one out. And Methvin send that one over. Moore quickly back. They set up Surratt for the kill. Good job by Newton there to set up a perfect pass for the Addie Surratt kill. And now Newton will go back to serve with our Lady Stallions leading 15-12. That one's sent over. Oh, and two Lady Generals run into each other, Alm and White. And that'll fall for a Lady Stallions point. Newton to serve once again. Sends that one over. White. Oh, another miscommunication, but Alm able to send that one over. Methvin setting up Surratt into the net and down. May have been partially blocked there by Brooklyn Morgan. Serve back to the Lady Generals and number 13, Emma Alm. Alm sends that one over. Webb over to Cox. And Surratt trying to send it over. Didn't get a good hit on that one. And back-to-back Spring Hill points. (16-14) South Lawrence lead. Alm going to the right side now to serve. Sends that one over off the hands of Newton and down for the ace. And timeout South Lawrence. We'll take that with them. You're watching middle school volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southerncraftmfg.com.
This is the X Sports Network.
And South Lawrence still with a 1-point lead. And that is down for the ace from Alm. It's coming out of the timeout from the Lady Stallions. Head coach Shelby Fisher looking to get a little more out of her team, as they had a 4-point lead that has quickly evaporated. Alm sends that one over, dug out by Webb. Methvin. And Webb will send it back over. Hodges. And Moore just gets that one to hop over the net, and South Lawrence keeps that one alive. Methvin setting up Surratt with a little push shot. And South Lawrence, both these teams just finding ways to get it over the net. And that one in the net. Sent over by the Lady Generals, and Landry Cox now off the hands of White. That one may have been going long, but White gives South Lawrence the lead back. Is Addie Surratt. He's back to serve now. White will check out, and Swayze Doyle will check in, number 17 along the back row. That one's sent over. And Daniels, a little poke shot. Oh, that one almost falls, and it does. Hodge is not able to get to it in the net. 18-16 now lead for South Lawrence. And Spring Hill Middle wants a timeout. We'll take that with them. You're watching middle school volleyball on the X Sports Network.
The Raptor Series from Hustler Turf. A premium line of residential mowers designed with a wide stance for operator comfort, a one-piece 11-gauge steel frame and welded steel deck for added durability, finished off with premium Kawasaki V-twin power. We are Hustler Turf, and this is Hustler Country.
And we're back out of the Spring Hill timeout, trying to keep South Lawrence from winning set number 2 to force a winner-take-all set number 3. Daniels over to Methvin, and Daniels will poke that one over. Moore. Oh, and a good job there by Hodges to just push that one over. Going with a little dump shot. May have been partially blocked by Daniels, but just had enough on it to send it over. 18-17 lead now for South Lawrence, but the Lady Generals have the serve with number 22, Brooklyn Morgan. That one sent over. Webb. Cox sends it over to Daniels. Go roll that one over, and it falls. Wasn't an attack right there from Daniels, but it does fall for the point. Landry Cox back to serve now. Her team with a 2-point lead. Morgan. Over to Savalsky trying to... I think that one just must have gone off the wrong part of the wrist. As Brooklyn Morgan not able to get back to that one, as she'll check out for Madison White. And the serve is to South Lawrence. So Landry Cox still back to serve. Her team now a 3-point lead, 20-17, as they look to force a winner-take-all third set. Moore pokes that one over. Newton. Methvin got that one past the Lady Generals defense. And now South Lawrence setting back up. Daniels going for the kill. That one was dug out by White. And getting the kill, number 17, Swayze Doyle. Was able to send that one over, and we've cut the lead to 2. Number 9, Adriana Hodges to serve. A high one sent over and out. And we're quickly back to South Lawrence as Campbell will check in for Hodges. Number 19 in for 9. And Izzy Methvin to serve. Methvin sends that one over. And down for the ace. Miscommunication from White and Campbell. As Hodges will check back in for Campbell 1 point later. $22 points for South Lawrence, 3 away from the win here in this second set. White digs that one out. Over to Alm. And Moore send that one over. Surratt setting up Webb. Down for the kill. Off the hands of Madison White. South Lawrence already their total they had in the last set. But this time with a lead. Methvin. That one long. 23-19's our score. With Avery Savalsky back to serve. Sends that one over. Dug out by Cox. And Newton just sending it back to the middle, and Landry Cox into the net. Spring Hill now to 20. South Lawrence wants a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching middle school volleyball here on the Exports Network.
When it's time to build a home, remodel, or add on, Hamby Builders is this area's experienced construction company. From site selections to floors, doors, windows, trim, tile, bathrooms, and kitchen, the Hamby Builders team can make your home the home of your dreams. Hamby Builders is licensed and insured with over 20 years of experience in homes in Giles, Lawrence, Wayne, and Murray counties. Trust your home construction or light commercial project to the team with experience and integrity. Hamby Builders. Call 931-629-5264 or 931-629-9472 today.
And we're back out of the South Lawrence timeout. 2 points away from taking set number 2 and forcing a winner-take-all set number 3. But right now, with a bit of the momentum and the serve, is the Spring Hill Lady Generals. Michael Marks here bringing you middle school volleyball on the X Sports Network as Avery Savalsky drops in the ace. A 2-point game now. Now Savalsky with the serve, sends that one over. Webb sends that one over. Hodges into the net. Daniels, and she drops that one in for the kill. Oh, and we flipped that one. So point now to Spring Hill as the officials called a double hit. So now 23-22. Savalsky. Dug out by Cox. And Webb will send that one over. Savalsky over to Hodges, who can't save it. And a big point there from South Lawrence. Now 1 point away from forcing a third set. Daniels to serve with the match on the line. Moore over to Doyle, who pushes it over. And off the hands of Newton and down, and it is a 1 point game again. 24-23, South Lawrence with the lead. Still 1 point away from the victory. As Doyle is out. White with the serve. Sends it over. Methvin. And Webb sends it over. And now Moore setting up Ulm. Dug out there by Daniels. Surratt will send that one over to White. And now White sends it back over. Oh, good job digging that one out by the Lady Stallions. And the kill! Addie Surratt wins set number 2 for South Lawrence. And that perfect record will remain for at least one more set, as we'll be back for that third set here in a minute on the X Sports Network.
For over 50 years, Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Lawrenceburg has been a cornerstone of care in Lawrence County. From cardiology to orthopedics, general surgery, primary care, and women's health, we offer compassionate expert care close to home. Our ER is now stronger than ever with more providers, chest pain accreditation, and our newest Joint Commission stroke accreditation, because every second matters. Generations have trusted us for compassionate care and medical excellence. Faster, trusted, accredited. Emergency care with hometown heart.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1980. 87. Call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
This is the X Sports Network.
And we're back here at Spring Hill Middle School for set number 3 between South Lawrence and Spring Hill. Michael Marks here bringing you middle school volleyball action here on the X Sports Network, and a very, very big set coming up between these two teams. You can see how close this has been. Spring Hill taking set number 1, 25-23. South Lawrence coming back and taking set number 2, 25-23, and now a third set will determine the better of these two. South Lawrence is their third 3-set game of the season, 2 of which coming to in-county rivals Summertown. A game where they went back and forth with sets. South Lawrence taking the first and third. And at Kaufman last Tuesday, another in-county rival, South Lawrence dropped the first set and then came back to win the next 2. So a similar situation here at Spring Hill. South Lawrence won the toss, so they will start with the serve here in set number 3. And these are 2 very talented teams we've seen today. We're looking to get started here. Elsewhere on the X Sports Network, E.O. Kaufman has a game today at home against Battle Creek at 5:30. And then Summertown Middle, a game today at Colioca. That one was at 5:30. Elsewhere on the high school side of things, Summertown and Lawrence County going head-to-head right now. That one in the nest there in Summertown High School. Big matchup between those 2 in-county rivals. Not sure what our holdup is here. Must be some technical difficulties. All 3 high schools in action this week in Lawrence County. Lawrence County High School at Summertown today, but their other 2 games this week at home against Lincoln County and at home against Spring Hill. Lady Mustangs tomorrow will take on Mount Pleasant, and then Thursday travel to Summertown. So the Lady Eagles getting a taste of both of the in-county schools, with Lawrence County today, Monday. Tomorrow they travel to Hampshire, and then Thursday host Loretto. So a bunch of big volleyball matchups going on this week on the X Sports Network, and big football this coming up this weekend at 2. Friday night we got Lawrence County at Loretto. Always a big game, and then Summertown playing host to Wayne County. And now we're getting ready to get started here for the set number 3. Crowd getting loud here at Spring Hill Middle School. As Knoxley Webb will get this party started in set number 3. That one over, White. That one into the net and blocked down and in, Addie Surratt. South Lawrence on the board first, as they have been in all 3 sets. Webb sends that one over. White, good job digging that one out, and Doyle sends that one back over. Newton to Surratt. Oh, that one ricocheting off the net, and is going to be a point for Spring Hill. 4 hits there for South Lawrence. As quickly checking in the game is Brooklyn Morgan in for Swayze Doyle. Madison White back to serve. White sends that one over. May have been out, but saved by Webb. And Methvin will send that one over. Hodges to Moore. Back to Hodges. And that one will fall down. Hit the top of the net, but stayed on the Spring Hill side. A point and serve back to South Lawrence. It's Tess Newton. Newton sends that one over. And quickly sent back over by Ulm. Methvin. A good job by Surratt to just get that one over. Oh, and Ulm with the little drop shot. Dumps that one over. Down and in. Serve back to Spring Hill. Number 7, Liz Moore back. Moore's had an excellent game for the Lady Generals. That one sent over. Oh, miscommunication there between Daniels and Cox. As that one will fall and give Spring Hill their first lead in this third set, 3-2. That one sent over. Daniels and Newton will send it back. Savalsky. Oh, and a good job saving that one by Methvin. And Surratt will send that one back over. Moore over to Ulm. That one high, and a good save there by Webb, but that one will go into the seats. Point Spring Hill, and Shelly Fisher wants a timeout. We'll take that with them. You're watching middle school volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back out of the South Lawrence timeout. Liz Moore with the serve for Spring Hill as they have a lead in set number 3, 4-2. South Lawrence put their perfect record on the chopping block today, and Spring Hill is definitely giving them a run for their money. Methvin sets that one up for Cox. Shoots over. A good on Ulm going for the little push shot. That one's sent back over. Moore to Morgan, who hits that one over with a roll shot. And Surratt going back row. And that one sent out long, 5-2 lead. Moore to serve. Daniels and Webb will send it back over. Oh, and that's going to drop down. Knoxley Webb sent it over to Madison White, who hit it off the net, and none of her fellow Lady Generals could do anything with it. So now back to South Lawrence with Addie Surratt. Surratt sends that one over. Oh, and a good job by Savalsky to quickly return that one. Daniels blocked. Oh, and a good job covering that one by Methvin. And Daniels will send it back over. On off the hands of Daniels as Moore gets the kill. 6-3. Back to serve number 13, Emma Ulm. As Spring Hill looks to pull off a big win here against South Lawrence. And that one will drop down for the ace off the hands of Tess Newton. And it's quickly 7-3. South Lawrence already used one of their timeouts, so only one remaining. And Daniels will just push that one over. And that's going to be in the net. That was number 22, Brooklyn Morgan. And it will give the point back to South Lawrence. Landry Cox to serve. A high one. And Hodges sends it over. Surratt over to Methvin, who sends it to Webb. Going for the kill. Oh, and what a job by White to save that, and Moore to send it over. Methvin. And now Webb will send that one high and over. White digs that one out over to Moore, and now Hodges going to the back corner, and that's long. 7-5. South Lawrence cutting into this lead. Again, just a moment ago, seemed to be in a really bad spot, but with the serve and a bit of momentum, they're looking to get back in this one. Newton. Methvin over to Webb. That one's sent over. And Methvin back to Webb again. And that one off dugout by Savalsky. Now she'll hit it over. Cox to Methvin. Setting up Daniels. Little poke shot. Oh, and just getting it back over Spring Hill. Now Methvin will try. Dugout by Moore. Hodges back to Moore. Into the net. Big point on the long rally there for the Lady Stallions. And quickly we're back to 1. Cox to serve. That one's going to go long and out the back. Point Spring Hill. The libero White takes the seat as Swayze Doyle checks back in along the front row. And number 22, Brooklyn Morgan to serve. Her team leading 8-6. That one's sent over, dug out by Newton. Now setting up Webb for the kill, and that's going to go off the hands of Morgan and down. South Lawrence on a little 4-1 run here. They were down 7-3 just moments ago and have fought back to make this third set a much closer contest. Methvin. Now Moore sets up Alm, who sends it back over. Surratt. Newton sets up Daniels, the little poke shot, and that's going to fall. Tied back up at 8. Timeout Spring Hill looking to stop this South Lawrence momentum. We'll be back in a minute on the X Sports Network.
Make your property rock and roll with services from G&S Excavating, specializing in white sand, compost, mulch, topsoil, landscape gravel, and steel landscape edging. Turn to the pros who know how to make your project shine with years of experience. The best part is they're locally owned and operated. Choose from a vast selection of mulch and rock from their conveniently located facility at number 3 Valley Road in Lawrenceburg, just off Buffalo Road. Phone 931-279-3841 and get started today.
And we're back out of the Lady Generals timeout, looking to slow down the South Lawrence momentum. Izzy Methvin with the serve. Alm. And sent back over by Daniels. Now Hodges to Moore. Sending it over from the back row. Now Newton over to Daniels, who poke it over. Little roll shot there. Newton. Oh, and Webb coming in to save that one. I don't know if Daniels could have gotten to that one. Doyle. She's going to drop it down for the kill. Spring Hill back in the lead. 9-8. It was 7-4 Spring Hill just a moment ago. South Lawrence battled back to make it all the way back to tie it up. But Spring Hill now with the lead and the serve. Hodges. And Newton. Oh, what a Webb with the kill, but a good job digging that one out by White. And having a tough time deciding who wanted that one. A 2-point lead for Spring Hill and another timeout. We'll take that with them. We'll be back in a minute here on the X Sports Network.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
And we're back out of the South Lawrence timeout. Savalsky pokes that one over. Now Newton setting up Webb, and that one's long. 11-8. Now the Spring Hill lead. Adriana Hodges to serve, number 9. Cox. And now Newton over to Webb, going for the kill again, long again. Twelve to 8 now, 3 points away for Spring Hill. Two very talented teams here as Hodges sends that one over. And Surratt into the net. Spring Hill 2 points away from putting the first blemish on South Lawrence's schedule. Another high one. Cox over to Newton, and now Methven will send it over. Hodges and Moore with a little dump shot. And now Daniels. Oh, and Daniels at the net there. And that one's sent over. Could have been over the net there, but the point will stay alive. And Doyle misjudges that one, and it'll fall. 13-9 now. Avery Daniels up to serve for South Lawrence. And she sends that one over. And Moore will send it. Daniels over to Newton. Send up Surratt. And Moore again. Sends it over, and Doyle will turn that one back on a little poke shot there from Webb. And a good job getting that one back over to Ulm. Surratt will drop that one in for the kill. South Lawrence now in the double figures with 10. They still trail by 3. But man, all 3 of these sets have been very, very close, very competitive between two talented teams. Webb drops it in for the ace. And pardon Avery Daniels with the ace there. Seems like Spring Hill hadn't realized that the serve had come over. Daniels again. Trying to send that one short. Savalsky digs that one up, and Moore pokes it over and down for the kill. Spring Hill 1 point away, and they have the serve with Avery Savalsky back to serve. Timeout, Spring Hill. We'll take that with them. You're watching Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
Potential game point here in Spring Hill. Avery Savalsky looking to give the Lady Generals a big win over 8-0 South Lawrence. Surratt sends that one back over, and that's going to be out. And that will do it. Spring Hill, a big win against South Lawrence Lady Stallions, giving them their first loss of the season. But a great game in 3 sets. Spring Hill takes the first set 25-23. South Lawrence returned 25-23 as well. But Spring Hill takes it in set number 3, 15-11. So I'm Michael Marks and my producer Kevin Wright. This has been Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.